Changchun, also romanized as Changchun, is the capital and largest city of Jilin Province, People's Republic of China, lying in the center of the Songliao Plain. Changchun is administered as a sub-provincial city, comprising 7 districts, 1 county and 3 county-level cities. According to the 2010 census of China, Changchun had a total population of 7,674,439 under its jurisdiction. The city's metro area, comprising 5 districts and 4 development areas, had a population of 3,815,270 in 2010. As the Shuangyang and Juti districts are not urbanized yet, it is one of the biggest cities in northeast China, along with Shenyang, Dalian and Harbin. The name of the city means long spring in Chinese. Between 1932 and 1945, Changchun was renamed Sinking by the Kwanting Army as it became the capital of the imperial Japanese puppet state of Manchukuo, occupying modern northeast China. After the foundation of the People's Republic of China in 1949, Changchun was established as the provincial capital of Jilin in 1954. Known locally as China's City of Automobiles, Changchun is an important industrial base with a particular focus on the automotive sector. Because of its key role in the domestic automobile industry, Changchun was sometimes referred to as the Detroit of China. Apart from this industrial aspect, Changchun is also one of 4 National Garden Cities, awarded by the Ministry of Construction of PR China in 2001 due to its high urban greening rate. Changchun is also one of the top 40 cities in the world by scientific research as tracked by the Nature Index according to the Nature Index 2020 Science Cities. The city is home to several major universities, notably Jilin University and Northeast Normal University, members of China's prestigious universities in the Project 211. Changchun was initially established on imperial decree as a small trading post and frontier village. During the reign of the Jia Emperor in the Qing dynasty, trading activities mainly involved furs and other natural products during this period. In 1800, the Jia Emperor selected a small village on the east bank of the Yitong River and named it Changchun Ting. At the end of the 18th century, peasants from overpopulated provinces such as Shandong and Hebei began to settle in the region. In 1889, the village was promoted into a city known as Changchun Fu. In May 1898, Changchun got its first railway station, located in Kuancheng, part of the railway from Harbin to Lusha, constructed by the Russian Empire. After Russia's loss of the southernmost section of this branch as a result of the Russo-Japanese War of 1904-1905, the Kuancheng Station, a special Russo-Japanese agreement of 1907, provided that Russian gauge tracks would continue from the Russian Kuancheng Station to the Japanese Changchun Station, and vice versa. Tracks on the gauge adapted by the South Manchuria Railway would continue from Changchun Station to Kuancheng Station. An epidemic of pneumonic plague occurred in surrounding Manchuria from 1910 to 1911. Known as the Manchurian Plague, it was the worst ever recorded outbreak of pneumonic plague, which was spread through the Trans-Manchurian Railway from the border trade port of Manjoli. This turned out to be the beginning of the large pneumonic plague pandemic of Manchuria and Mongolia, which ultimately claimed 60,000 victims. The Treaty of Portsmouth formally ended the Russo-Japanese War of 1904-05 and saw the transfer and assignment to Japan in 1906 the railway between Changchun and Port Arthur and all its branches. Having realized the strategic importance of Changchun's location with respect to Japan, China and Russia, the Japanese government sent a group of planners and engineers to Changchun to determine the best site for a new railway station. Without the consent of the Chinese government, Japan purchased or seized from local farmers the land on which the Changchun railway station was to be constructed as the center of the South Manchuria Railway affiliated areas. In order to turn Changchun into the center for extracting the agricultural and mineral resources of Manchuria, Japan developed a blueprint for Changchun and invested heavily in the construction of the city. At the beginning of 1907, as the prelude to, and preparation for, the invasion and occupation of China, Japan initiated the planning program of the SMRAA, which embodied distinctive colonial characteristics. The guiding ideology of the overall design was to build a high-standard colonial city with sophisticated facilities, multiple functions and a large scale. Accordingly, nearly 7 million yen on average was allocated on a year-by-year basis for urban planning and construction during the period 1907 to 1931. The comprehensive plan was to ensure the comfort required by Japanese employees on Manchurian railways, build up Changchun into a base for Japanese control of the whole Manchuria in order to provide an effective counterweight to Rus.